Hello everybody, welcome back to Fire Emblem Awakening Lunatic Plus. We're going to get started on Chapter 8 today. During the week when I was doing some practices, Anna showed up and I got a Master Seal from her.
Another happy customer.
Would you consider Chapter 8 to be free? Absolutely. To me, this is the first chapter where not only do I not need a quick reset, but literally no matter what I can do, I have a really good chance of beating this map on my first attempt. I got a Master Seal. If I use it on Robin right now, the chapter becomes 100% free. It's almost impossible for me to fail. I'm not going to do that because not everyone who plays the game is going to get an early Master Seal from Anna. So I want to show that you can do it without promoting Robin. And then once you clear this initial wave of enemies, the bottom half of the map is just 1000% free. I'll show you a couple of tricks. These enemies right here all have linked AI, so they can be kind of scary because you think you have to draw all of them out at once. But you can set things up in a way where you can force these enemies into fighting specific matchups and you can engage them safely. It's the same thing with these two over here. They seem really dangerous, especially the one with Arc Wind, but you can set up ways to fight them. I will show that later, but first I want to show my actual strategy. So I'm going to reset until I get a good opener on this guy right here. I don't want him to have Aegis. That's going to cause problems because I want Robin to fight him. I pressed the wrong button. I pressed T for reset. That's known as T-set. Okay, this is good. You want to get Frederick dual strikes here. They aren't really mandatory, but they increase Robin's survivability a little bit. Up here, this guy's fine. Down here, this guy's fine. Okay, we're going to go ahead and start. I was originally using Sully in this position. However, I switched over to Kellam. He gives slightly more defense to Cordelia, and having a male-female pair-up is better because these two can actually build supports, whereas Sully cannot. I'm very happy that we're using Kellam here. And the reason is because earlier on in the streams, in an earlier stream, I talked about how Kellam is really good and how even if you don't train him, you can take him off the bench and he just immediately is useful. I didn't really get to show that off in Chapter 6 like I wanted to, but it's even better because now we're even later into the run. We're all the way on Chapter 8. This guy's been sitting on the bench the entire time. He fought one time, he got 5 experience. And even though he's been on the bench the entire time, I can immediately take him off the bench and he's useful immediately. So what we're going to do is we're going to pair him up with Cordelia, and we're going to pair up Chrom with Sumia. What you need to do is get at least one dual strike against this guy, so we're going to go for this. We're going to fish for dual strikes. So we've got a 25% chance here. That's actually pretty bad. That's the worst case scenario. Pretty much all of the units that you get for free are really good. Okay, okay, we got one dual strike, but we missed it. That's fine. We still have a chance for Sumia and Chrom to hit theirs. This one's a lot more likely anyway. Chrom has a 60% chance to dual strike, and he's more accurate. Yeah, so you get this. You normally get this kill. You want to get the experience onto Sumia. If you want the experience on Cordelia, you just swap them around. You have Sumia attack first, Cordelia attack second. We're going to pair up Frederick with Robin, and we're going to hope for a dual strike here. If we don't get it, it's fine. Nice. Okay, this is pretty good opener. We're in a really good position to just win the rest of the chapter. Because of the +1 movement you get from the Frederick pair-up, you have 6 movement, which means you can move 3 spaces in the desert. Very important to be able to move 3 spaces in the desert. So if you can increase your move from 5 to 6, it's actually really big in desert maps. And then, Robin can move to this position here. So we're going to put Maribel above. Noe and Gregor can both survive 1 round of combat against this guy. So even if you fail to kill him, it's not a big deal. We're going to pair Gregor back up. And then Noe is a really interesting unit. She moves and fights like a mage, but she actually uses strength and she targets the enemy defense with her Dragonstone. I don't know why I find that so interesting, but it's kind of cool. Okay, so if we miss this guy, he's going to attack us for 15 damage, which is not an issue at all. Gregor... Yeah, I'm going to go for the shot here because I'd rather get experience on Noe anyway. And then if we miss, we'll just kill him on enemy phase instead. Alright, we got him. What's the rule on Renown? In order to unlock Lunatic Plus, you have to beat Lunatic mode, and when you do, you get the first 5 items, the early second seal, the Levin sword, the Orson's hatchet. The first 5 items on the list you'll always have when you unlock Lunatic Plus mode, so I'm using those 5 items, I'm not using anything else. Although a little bit later in the run, I'm going to grab the Beast Killer, because by that point in the run, you will always have the Beast Killer, assuming that you played through Lunatic to unlock Lunatic Plus, which you need to do. So I personally don't really see a problem with doing that. Then we're going to do this, and then this, and we should be completely fine. So what's going to happen is one enemy is going to run up here, attack Pan. They're going to damage her. They're going to block the space so the other enemy can't attack Pan. That enemy is going to go over here and attack Robin. Robin's going to probably kill that enemy, And then Frederick is going to hold all of the other enemies at this position without hitting himself for any counter damage. So let's see if my plan works. Oh, why did that happen? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I should have moved Lonqu back one space. That was my misplay. We might be dead here because of a misplay. Let's see. They do prefer to attack Lonqu, and they do kill him, yeah. Okay, that was my mistake. If you have the Master Seal and you use it on Robin, they not only do they always kill this guy, but they always survive. So it makes the turn 1 opener even more consistent. Nice. I like how we gave Lonqu the defense tonic. He just dodges anyway. Okay, now Robin's in a little bit of danger. We really need to dodge some attacks here. That dodge helps. I think we're safe now. I think we're 100% safe now. Cordelia, putting in some work. Yeah, I think we're safe even if that hits us. Nice. Okay, the left side opener is really consistent this time. That means this is probably going to be the winning attempt.
Sometimes foreshadowing is relatively obvious.
So we're going to do this. Frederick to Rickon. Robin to Maribel. Pass Frederick to Cordelia. Rickon can wait here. Cordelia is going to move in. Frederick is going to attack. Iron Axe is 34, so if we get a dual strike, we kill here. I think Luna guarantees the kill as well, yeah. Wow. That is probably the worst Frederick level up I've ever seen in my life. I'm going to keep the Silver Lance this time. Actually, what I want to keep is I don't need the Steel Sword for anything, so I'm going to send that to the convoy. I want to keep both lances in case I need to fight Myrmidons. I might be able to guarantee like better ranges against them. Okay. So now this enemy can actually reach Frederick, which is actually good because we can trade him over to the hand axe, and he can probably kill or wound this guy on enemy phase. And then also, what we can do is we can move Noe. We can separate her from Gregor and move these two further on the next turn. Now we need Sumia to pick up this kill, which I'm pretty sure she guarantees. Oh yeah, this is an easy kill. In that case, let me see where I want her to stand. I might want her closer to the center. I'm gonna go for the Iron Lance because it's a better long-term play. Okay, we got a crit anyway, even with the Iron Lance, so... Yeah, we always survive on 1 because of the defense tonic. Now what we can do is we can just fight this guy with the Iron Sword on enemy phase and kill him then. Next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to get Maribel and Robin close to the center. This is a much better center opener. Now you can see we actually have all of our units together. Everyone is just like ready to contribute. Oh, and we got the Cordelia dual strike too. This is a perfect opener. Look how much safer this is. There's so much less pressure coming at us. All we need to do is get rid of this one Dark Mage. And there's a really good chance that Sumia can just do that right now. What are the odds of getting a dual strike on 2 chances of 61%? I'm going to go for this. It's a chance to get experience onto Sumia, which is the thing that we want. It's a chance to get weapon experience and experience onto Chrom, which is also what we want. Especially before next chapter, we need good archers. Dual strike, man. And we got D-rank bows, which is very important. Okay, now because we did that, now Frederick only has 3 enemies with physical attacks that he has to fight. And even better, none of them rolls counter. Oh, this is perfect. This is fantastic. This is perfect. This could not have gone any better. So I actually don't want to fight all 3 of them. I want to fight just these 2. Which is also good because we can keep an axe equipped. So we want to be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We want to be right here. I'm going to put Rickon back here. And let's see how things go. Okay, we kept that guy alive. I thought they were both going to attack Frederick, but I guess he blocked the only tile. He should have moved here first, and then this guy should have moved here, but they didn't do it for some reason. And these 3 all have counter, which is a little tricky. So the next best thing is to set up a situation where Lonqu can fight just this guy on enemy phase. So we would need Frederick to move here, which he can reach. I'm going to equip Steel Lance and use the Vuln. I feel okay about this. I don't feel great about it, but I feel okay. We need to get her out of here. Let's move Gregor back again. Well, let's pair him up with Pan. We're only repositioning this turn anyway, so we can start pairing up units. And then unpairing them at the end of the turn. Okay, so now we need to find a place that only this guy can reach, which is the spot next to Frederick. His total attack power is high enough to kill us, but if you factor in weapon triangle advantage, it lowers his attack power. That's why he's not able to kill Lonqu. Okay, Iron Sword is good enough here, so we're gonna do this. We're gonna start building our Noe support. We're gonna move them over here. Now this guy should go for Lonqu first. Lonqu will kill him. Then these two enemies hopefully will both attack Frederick. If this guy moves into this spot first, then it's going to block this Cavalier again, which would be very annoying, but there's nothing I can do about that. The only thing I could do is potentially pull this guy out, but who would I even want to do that with? This square can only be reached by the Swordmaster. I'll do it. Go here. Roy's Blade. Steel Sword. I think what's going to happen is this guy is going to go for Robin. This guy is going to go for Lonqu. This guy is going to go for Frederick. None of the other ones can reach. None of the enemies with counter can reach Frederick. On the next turn, we can either kill all of the enemies with counter, or we can set up a wall to block them. The next thing we have to do is figure out what to do with Sumia. I'm thinking of flying her over here to potentially bait out enemies. Let's see. Okay, he went for Frederick instead of Lonqu, but we got a dual guard anyway. Nice dual strike. I think we would have died there without the dual guard, but at the same time, this guy should have attacked Lonqu anyway, so whatever. Alright, so now all we need to do is kill these enemies. Problem is a lot of them have counter. I'm going to try to get rid of this guy with the Silver Lance using Chrom. I'm going to use the Killer Lance like we did last time. We can use the Iron Bow now because we got... I don't know if it really makes a difference, does it? These guys have the same defensive stats, right? Yeah, okay. 20 plus 16 would be enough for the kill. So I actually can use the Bronze Bow here. And then the good thing about this strategy is that if we fail to kill all of the enemies, they can attack Chrom, he won't die, and he won't deal counter damage to himself because he has a bow equipped. Sumia should be able to lure the Cavs. For some reason, she didn't lure them this time, but it's okay because we were still able to use Chrom to hit them from behind. Yeah. Okay, this is going much better. And once you're at this point, you've pretty much won the map. Ooh, nice level up on Chrom too. Okay, let's see about finishing off these guys now. This guy having counter is an issue in my life. Whoa, I did almost a lethal misclick there. Okay, I'm going to go for Iron Lance shot here. This will kill him significantly more than 95% of the time. Because a 95% hit rate is way more than a 95% hit rate. Now this makes it so that we can transfer Frederick over, switch him into the lead, and use him to attack later. So the next thing I need to do is figure out how to chip down this guy so that Frederick can one-shot him and not take any counter damage. I think using Lonqu is best. We can deal 11 damage to him, and there's a chance for a Noe dual strike. Nice. Yeah, 99.5% true hit. Perfect. Now this should work. 17. Pan could even deal 17 damage to him. That's pretty crazy. Okay, so Frederick is going to deal 27 with the Steel Lance, 31 with the Silver Lance, because he gets a lot of extra attack power from Pan as well. And he has guaranteed accuracy. And because he one-shots, we don't take any counter damage. Everything is looking good so far. Now all we have to do is kill this guy with Robin, which is guaranteed. I would really like to pass Rickon over to him instead of Gregor, to give him a boost to his magic stat, so that we don't have to use our Forged Thunder Tomes. We can conserve charges. Yes, this makes it so that the Fire Tome kills. And I'm going to make sure Rickon is equipped with a Fire Tome so I don't waste any expensive tomes. This should be guaranteed. And we did it. Now all we have to do is just go clear out the bottom half of the map. Alright, here's the first trick I want to show off, and this is actually pretty funny. If you leave Sumia here, this guy actually won't attack her, as I will show you now. Yeah, he just completely ignores her. Chrom will deal an extra 12 damage here. 14 plus 12 is 40. So if we get even one dual strike here, we always kill this guy. If not, what you can do is have Cordelia fly in with Frederick to block this space and kill this guy here. So with enemies that have linked AI like this, what you can do is you don't even have to use a risky opener like the one I'm doing, but you can do a strategy where you attack one of them, and then this causes the other ones to start moving on enemy phase. Whereas like right now, if I end my turn, they won't move, even though I'm in their range. So let's start by attacking this guy. We want one Chrom dual strike. If we don't get it, we have many, many methods to recover. Also, if Sumia dodges his attack, you can just leave her here for another turn. Now, because we attack that guy, this guy will start moving. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to put Lonqu at the edge of his range. Let me make sure Lonqu can survive. 33. Minus 11. Yes, Lonqu survives. We're going to use Iron Sword charges here. We don't really need crits. We don't need to kill him fast. We just need to kill him, like, ever. Like, period. We just need to eventually kill him. I'm going to start building Lonqu and Robin support, since I know Lonqu is going to be a long-term member of the group. And what I'd like to do is get Sumia up to level... last time I did this, I was able to get Sumia up to level 10. So now they'll move into Lonqu. I'd like to get Sumia this kill if possible. Doesn't seem likely though. I'd have to use my last two Javelin charges too, which I also don't love. Actually, it's guaranteed, so let's do it. Let's get the Javelin with more charges. Dual Strike is even better. We're just giving free experience to Chrom. Okay, we need one more level before we promote. I'm not sure why I wasn't able to get it this time. I think it's just because the enemy patterns turned out different from my last clear. I think this is the Master Seal, yes. So if you get Sumia to level 10 before you get here, you can promote her right away. Otherwise, we're going to have to fight this group first and get her to level 10 first. What we want to do is we want to trigger their aggression on a turn where we have units standing in range of each enemy, depending on who we want to fight. Because there's a weird thing with these enemies where they won't actually move out and attack you. If you're just like, if I'm just standing in this guy's range, he won't attack me. You could have one character here to block this guy. You could have one character here to block this guy, but the problem is they won't move. They'll just ignore you. But what you can do is you can use a setup that triggers their aggressive AI, and on that turn, you can have characters in range of the right enemies to match up against them. So we're going to start setting up for that. We're not going to use Lonqu here, because he can't fight this guy safely. Well, we'll see how much damage we deal first. Dual strike, dual strike, dual strike. Nice. Okay, 18. Okay, this might be worth fighting now. With the Killing Edge, we deal 20 damage. Minus 6 is only 14 damage, so no, we would kill ourselves with counter. So we're going to leave this guy alive for one turn. So now that we hit this guy, the enemy aggressive AI is triggered. Now all 5 of these enemies are going to start moving. Now, on the turn when they start moving, we're going to counter them with... this is bad, this guy's counter. Why did I not notice that before? Okay, hold on. We're going to counter them with Sumia, for sure. Sumia can definitely fight these guys. So let's do that first. Let's get that out of the way. Next, we're going to... This guy, Lonqu is not ready to fight him because we didn't deal enough damage to him. This guy, I'm pretty sure Frederick can fight him. We just have to do the math. We're going to be alive on 4 HP. Then we're going to hit him for another 26, which is going to kill him. Yeah, we survive here, even with counter. I really wish I could have done something with Lonqu and Noe, but I don't think we can. I think we have to be careful here. Okay. Sumia, guaranteed to survive. Even if that attack hit her, she would still be safe. We calculated she survives on 4 HP. Okay, we hit ourselves for 27. We don't double the guy, but that's okay. That just means either way we don't kill ourselves with counter damage. Okay. So the configuration is a little more ugly than we wanted. Ideally, you want to do a setup where you kill these 3 enemies. Well, you could kill all 5 of these enemies. All 4 of these enemies. But unfortunately, we only killed one of them, so we have 4 enemies now that we have to clear up, instead of only 1 enemy. This guy even Killing Edge is not an issue. Okay, I think Cordelia can take this guy. Can we give her really good accuracy? 98% is good on true hit. Let's have Cordelia do this first, just to get this guy out of the way. Okay. We can actually kill this guy with 11 sword. Let's see if the Killing Edge would have done it, by the way. 12. No, it definitely wouldn't have. He has Vantage, too. That's a problem. Yeah, we're gonna have to use 11 sword here. So let's use Noe. One good thing about the Noe Lonqu pair-up is that she gives him bonus magic, which actually makes his 11 sword even stronger. So it's just another reason why this is a really good pair-up. This guy doesn't have counter, does he? No. Okay. How much speed does he have? 19. Okay. Let's stand here in that case. We're going to hit this guy twice with 11 sword. Noe dual strikes would be good. They're not mandatory. I want to get more experience onto Sumia, though. Well, she can get experience for killing this guy. I think what I do here is Robin, Fire Tome to chip this guy. Perfect. If we didn't... So, I'll show you what if I didn't get the dual strike... Ooh, a free Killing Edge? Oh, that is amazing. So, let me get rid of this guy first. Level 10, please. Oh, just barely not. Okay, so if I didn't kill that guy, what I was going to do was go over here with Pan, take Frederick, switch Frederick into the lead, and then hit that enemy with the Steel Lance, so that kill was guaranteed. I wasn't taking any risks there. What we can do is, we can have Sumia gain some experience while fighting the boss, and then promote. Okay, so we actually don't want a high crit chance, so I'm actually going to stand away from my other units so I don't get a support bonus here. I'm going to unequip Chrom's weapons so that I don't accidentally dual strike. And I'm hoping to not crit here. I want to injure this guy and then gain a little bit of experience so that Sumia will level up. I think. If she doesn't level up here, then I'm going to be a little bit frustrated. Because if Lonqu gets this kill, he can also potentially get to level 10. If I can get Sumia and Lonqu to level 10 for next chapter, it's going to be awesome. Okay, let's see how this goes. Dodge, hit, hit. Level 10? Oh god, this sucks. This means I can't give the kill to Lonqu. Hold on. Okay, this is funny. This is funny. I'm pretty sure this works. 1 javelin hit? Yeah. This is funny. I'm gonna intentionally break this javelin so that I only attack 1 time. So that Sumia doesn't kill this guy. So that I can give Lonqu the boss kill experience. This definitely works. Check this out. He's gonna hit me. Hit him once. And then we get level 10 Sumia. Let's go. We get relief. We get rank B. The one charge javelin broke, which is fine. That gets it out of our inventory. Gets it out of our convoy. Let's go to the convoy now. And grab the Master Seal. And we're going to use this Master Seal. So obviously, we're going into Dark Flier. I will say there is a very strong argument for going into Falcon Knight. I don't think it's as straightforward as people say. I mentioned earlier, you just need like 2 or 3 Gale Force units. You don't need every unit in the game to have Gale Force. Going into Falcon Knight early gives you access to rally speed very early in the game. Falcon Knight is a better combat class, especially for Sumia and Cordelia, who both have more strength than magic. They will have better combat in the Falcon Knight class. It also has staff access and can immediately use the rescue staff, which is the most important item in Lunatic Plus. So Falcon Knight is actually really good. The only reason we're going Dark Flyer here on Sumia instead of Falcon Knight is because I need her to be one of my Gale Force units, and using her as a Gale Force unit allows you to get it for free onto Lucina, which is also, it's very economical. It saves you a lot of experience in the long run. You end up with 2 Gale Force units for the price of 1, essentially. In order to pull that off, we have to start feeding Sumia a lot of experience and a lot of kills in these upcoming chapters. preferably starting from the very next chapter. The good thing is we have a Forged Wind Tome for her to use and a Forged Thunder Tome for her to use already. They're both great. You also like Tome Access. Yeah, Tome Access is good. I prefer Staff Access, but Tome Access is pretty good. Tome Access, I will say Tomes are better in Lunatic, where enemy phase sweeping is better with 1-2 range. But in Lunatic Plus, where the enemies have counter skill, 1-2 range weapons are less valuable and staves are more valuable. Should I give the experience to Noe or should I give it to Lonqu? The thing is, if I give it to Lonqu, he gets to level 10 right away. Can I one-shot him? Wow, he has a lot of bulk. He has an amazing amount of bulk. How does he have so much bulk? How is this guy so bulky? This is crazy. This is unbelievable. I mean, there's definitely a way to kill him. It's like blowing my mind. Let me think. How do I want to do this in that case? Noe kinda works. She can chip him, she can gain some experience. She won't die, but he'll heal himself. He'll heal himself for less damage than she deals. So this actually works. And then if Lonqu gets a dual strike, but we actually don't want Lonqu to get a dual strike because we don't want Noe to get the kill. We just want her to get chip experience. This is 100% safe, and then he heals himself for 8, so he'll be on 9 HP, which means Lonqu will be able to one-shot him. I don't want to use a strength pair up. I don't know. Okay, what is happening? Why is he dealing more damage than I think he should be dealing? Oh, it's because this blocks Dragonstone damage. That's why. Noe dealt less damage than I thought she was going to do. I thought I was going crazy there. That was unbelievable. I need to chip him down so that Lonqu can finish him off without killing him accidentally. This is 10 damage, but he's cutting tome damage in half. That's the hard part. But if I use physical weapons, I'll just kill him. It's very important to me that Lonqu hits level 10 for the next chapter. Killing Edge, kills here. Now, if I get a crit, all of that time we just wasted sandbagging was for nothing. Okay, we didn't get the crit, so that was worth it. That was very important that we did all that. Oh, and we just reached level 10. We just reached level 10, even with the experience decay. This is so good. You have no idea how good this is. Now we have Vantage. On its own, just having Vantage is amazing. This is the worst day ever. I don't think so. I think we did it. Alright. Spent a good amount of time doing that. This still ended up being a relatively short stream, only 2 hours. Now I'm going to promote Lonqu, so you can see how awesome he is. Astra is so much worse on Lunatic Plus. You will hit yourself 5 times with counter damage. It's just devastating. You instantly delete yourself. On top of all that, the #1 reason Assassin is really, really, really good is because it gets bow access. And melee classes with bow access are really good in Lunatic Plus. For all of the reasons that bows are good, on top of the fact that if I have Lonqu kill an enemy with a killing edge, I can have another unit move close to him and then swap him over to a bow, and then he won't deal counter damage to himself on the next turn. It increases your number of positioning options to play around counter by having units with melee and bow access, because you can always switch them over to the bow later. So that's the reason why we're going with Assassin. And on the next turn, there's a bunch of Wyverns, which means we want a unit with bows. He's kind of our Virion replacement, basically. So this is our new Virion. He's faster, he's deadlier, he's got tons of options for killing. Not only that, but we forged this bronze bow that has a ton of charges, which we can give to him right now. He doesn't have to rely on the Levin sword anymore. He just has this epic this 6 might bronze bow. He now has this. He's just like instantly has it in his inventory now. With this thing equipped, he has 18 attack power, plus he doubles everything. That's 36 effective attack. On top of his crit chance, on top of, pretty soon he's going to have lethality chance. He has plus 10 avoid naturally. He got way more HP, bulk, speed, and skill from early promoting. This is going to make Lonqu one of our carries for the rest of the run, on top of Sumia. We're kind of transitioning away from Frederick Robin into like the Sumia Lonqu territory. I've never experimented with Lonqu as a long-term Lunatic Plus unit, but I wanted to do it this run, and so far he has not disappointed me at all. In fact, he has exceeded my expectations. We now have access to skill, speed, and luck tonics. Speed are the more useful ones. But you want to buy these before an enemy potentially shows up on the map and blocks the shop. Now we have access to a bunch of paralogs that we can potentially use to level up before we go into the next chapter if we need to. That's why I save these paralogs. We can use these to level up Sumia. Okay, so really the AI in this map is like fascinating to me. I've actually been delving into it, and it seems like a lot of the paralogs have enemies with custom AI as compared to the regular chapters. So most of the enemies down here have linked AI, and they won't move until a certain turn. I don't remember what turn it is. It doesn't particularly matter. Most of the enemies up here have linked AI as well, and they'll all move together in a group. So you can actually, if you stay out of the range of these enemies, most of them, maybe all of them, won't start moving until you aggro them. I'm going to aggro them immediately anyway. These two enemies start moving immediately, and I believe both of them move towards your group. But a lot of the other barbarians on the map actually move towards the village, and in particular, like these barbarians here will completely ignore you. They will not attack you even if they see a kill. Like I could put Sumia right next to this guy, and if this guy could kill her, he will just ignore her and he'll keep moving towards the village anyway. So it's very, very, very interesting behavior. Oh, the mage attacked me in melee range. I did not expect that to happen. Anna, please stop stealing my experience, Anna. Oh my god. I'm literally like resetting this map so that she'll stop stealing. You guys have no idea how much I hate green units. They are my least favorite. Maybe Fog of War is my least favorite thing in Fire Emblem. Green units are my absolute like second least favorite thing. They're so atrocious. They're so trash. All they do is like they try to kill themselves so that you can't get objectives. And then they steal your experience. That's like, those are the two things they do. They kill themselves so that you can't meet objectives, and then they steal your experience. Those are the only two things that they do. They contribute nothing to the game whatsoever. Anna is just like, no way at all. Like, not even close. The only good thing about Anna is that you get her for free. Other than that, her combat is atrocious. She can't support with anyone, which is a huge deal. Like, support ranks are a huge deal on Lunatic Plus. I think they're a big deal on Lunatic as well. Most people will disagree with me, but I would say in a few years, opinions on this game are probably going to change. Like the meta and the discussion on this game is extremely stale right now. Like people have mostly only played the game one way for the last 14 years, and they haven't even really thought about how to make any other strategies other than using a Robin low man carry. Once people actually start talking about other strategies, like real strategies, but eventually people are gonna people are gonna realize like how important support bonuses are. People are gonna realize like how good staffs are, how good archers are, how good like having a full team is like way better than just having one carry on the field. But yeah, and then even if you compare Libra to Lisa, he can never access Falcon Knight, which is a big deal. Falcon Knight is really good. It's probably like the best direction to take her in. It's probably like one of the best things that you can do with one of your staff users is to send them into Falcon Knight eventually, which is something that Lisa can do. All right, we're just fishing for dual strikes and crits here. We don't really need them, but cool. This is going to allow me to use a vulnerary with her next turn. She'll be on full health in case she needs to fight any archers later. Okay, so we finally got like really good opening RNG again. You can win without good opening RNG, but obviously it helps if you have really good RNG. This guy having counter is annoying. This guy having counter is annoying. This guy not having counter is something that we can at least try to work with. Put Lonqu here. Start sending these two forward. It depends on when you promote Lisa. I mean, I guess maybe, but she gets to level 10 like for free, like just for using her as your primary staff user for the entire early game. So then she can always promote whenever you want her to. Oh my god. Anna, stop. I'm gonna keep doing the Cordelia chip strategy. I think this chip strategy works really well. Nice, that's really good. That takes so much pressure off of Chrom and Sumia later. The only way I see this going wrong now, which is probably gonna happen, of course, because it's me, is that Anna's going to steal all of my experience again. If she does that, I don't know what I'm going to do. I might just let it go. Alright, problem now is that we've got a lot of enemies with counter running at us, and we have to find a way to fight, like, just one of them at a time. Does this guy over here have pass? He does not, but he has counter as well. I think I've got it. Gregor pairs up with Maribel. Noe pairs up with Lonqu. Lonqu goes over here. He's going to use his bow on this guy. We're going to start building bow rank, which I love doing. This also might entice the mage to attack me instead of Frederick. It doesn't matter. He can attack me or Frederick. Either one's fine. Maribel is going to go here, and you think she's in danger, but she's actually not. These fighters will completely ignore her. I like to see that. Kill Anna, please. Attacking Frederick's fine. I'd prefer for Lonqu to get the experience, but Frederick's fine too. We want Lonqu to get lethality as soon as possible. Yes, 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 yes. Oh, that's perfect. Whenever Anna kills herself with counter off of this specific enemy, that is like the best possible outcome. Alright, we are in perfect position now. I'm gonna go Iron Lance, Iron Bow here. Chrom's gonna fight both archers on enemy phase. That's perfect. You love it when you can get that to happen. If we can wipe out both of these archers on enemy phase and Sumia ends on full HP, we won't have to take any risks. We can just rescue the village and then have her fight this guy on enemy phase. Okay, this opener's good. We got very lucky. We got very lucky, but it's good. We're gonna have to set up an enemy phase counter against this guy. We're gonna equip our Iron Axe. Maribel is gonna heal us. This looks dangerous, but I promise you it is completely safe. There you go. We survived counter there. We set it up so we always survive counter there. If we get one dual strike, we kill. If not, Frederick takes the kill. Oh, come on, Noe. The problem is getting Frederick's health back up. I don't love that his health is so low, and I don't love that this guy survived either. I can't heal with Maribel. Also, once I rescue the village, these guys are going to become aggressive again. I kind of completely overlooked that. I wonder if I just leave Lonqu over here to fight these three guys. All he needs to do is just dodge one of these attacks, and we're safe. What's with Archer Chrom? You explained in another video. Is there something for this run? I've actually explained it like 4 times already this stream. Archer's... you'll just have to trust me. Or watch the archive later. Alright. I'm gonna have to fish for dual strikes again here. Okay. We actually got it this time. That's what should have happened last time. Maybe not the crit, but definitely like a dual strike. Now we can be a little bit safer because we can start moving north and still be safe. We can also potentially draw the archer, draw the mage out. He has arc wind though, which is going to make him pretty tough to fight. I think the way to do it would be this. Frederick here with the hand axe equipped. Maribel heals him back up so he won't die. This could potentially draw one attacker away from Lonqu. If not, it's okay. The archers are all dealt with, so we don't need to worry about keeping Cordelia safe. I'm going to split up Robin so we have him available next turn if we need to. Okay, all we need is for Lonqu to not die this turn. I think Lonqu's safe now. I think that just guaranteed his survival. He just needed to dodge one attack. Oh, I hate when the mages do that. I mean, there was no other square for us to stand. We had to stand there, but... Okay, so now the problem with Lonqu is he is in a lot of danger. This, I'm telling you, what I'm doing right now looks absolutely insane. Like, you're gonna think, like, there's no way I could survive this turn. I feel very confident. I'm almost 100% sure I can survive this turn. So check this out. Maribel right here is safe from all of the enemies that are gonna be left alive at the end of this turn. She's gonna heal Frederick up. Frederick's gonna go here and get rid of this guy. The reason we're using the hand axe is so we can counter on enemy phase if we need to. If the enemies decide they want to attack Frederick instead of Noe. Now, Noe fighting these two guys will take 19 damage, which is exactly equal to her HP. Ooh, this guy has Luna. That ruins my whole plan. This guy having Luna just ruined my entire plan. That's fun. And Maribel already acted too, so I can't pivot. What are their hit rates? 74, 76. I think I have to rely on a dodge. I don't think there's any other way around this. If this guy didn't have Luna, this strategy would be 100% safe. This Woods tile would give us the extra defense that would keep us alive on 18 HP, or 17 HP. As it is now, we're going to have to rely on a dodge. But our dodge rate should be pretty good, with the bonus from the forest and support bonus from being next to multiple allies. We have to get rid of this guy now, so that he can't attack Maribel. I think I have to kill all 3 of these guys right now. I wanted to protect the village, but I think I have to kill all 3 of them, so it's actually a really good thing that we kept Robin separated. 15 is not enough. I think I have to fish for dual strikes again. And then if we don't get it, I'm not sure. We kind of already lost anyway because we left Noe in danger. Dual strike rate is both ally skill combined divided by 4, yeah. And Chrom gives an extra 4 points of skill, more than 4 points of skill to his partner, so that's +1 dual strike chance. And the sniper class has a higher skill cap than the other, so that's like another 1% chance. You think these 1% don't really matter, but they actually kind of add up, especially playing on a game with 2 RN. So like going from 77 to 78 is more than a 1% increase. And then on top of all that, if you can get it to 100, 100 is just guaranteed. So every 1% is like 1% closer to 100% guaranteed, which is good. I'm gonna go for sword rank. Small chance to get crit there. Dodge, please, please. Oh my god. Okay, I have to dodge this next one. Dodge, please, Noe, please dodge. Please, 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 please. Yes! Yes! You have earned your spot on the team. Let's go. Let's go. That was clutch. That was absolute clutch, Noe. Okay, what was his hit rate? 64 on this tile. So they both had like a 64% hit rate, which is actually higher on 2RN. But keep in mind, we didn't have to dodge both. We only needed to dodge one. So I think we did okay there. I think we did okay. I'm actually going to feed Noe some more experience right here, just like this. And then if she misses, we're safe. Nice. Clutch dodge. Good level up. Noe on top. All right, we got our physics staff. Cordelia is almost level 10 now too. We're making awesome strides. We're making great progress here. Okay, all we have to do now is just make sure we clutch out the rest of the chapter without letting anyone get killed, which is going to be tough because the boss and all of his allies are going to start moving very soon, so we have to be careful about that. Got all my units spread out, ready to intercept on the next turn. Base Noe dodging on Lunatic plus. Hey, we had 2 chances to dodge with like a 60%. Okay. So what we want to do is we want to fight this guy on enemy phase. Let's see what the combat looks like. He doesn't have Luna, which is great. He has a small crit chance. We're going to get rid of that just by pairing up with Chrom. We'll get rid of the crit chance. The Thunder Tome will deal 9 damage twice, and it has a chance to crit. What we really want here are going to be Chrom dual strikes, though. Should I heal Chrom? I think I should. I think healing Chrom's important here, because I might need to swap him into the lead at some point for some reason. Ooh, B-rank stabs. Alright. Let's see what Chrom's combat looks like now. In fact, what does the Killer Lance do? Ooh, the Killer Lance might be the way to go here. No, because then Sumia won't get the experience for being in the lead. We have to fight him with the Wind Tome, for sure. Or the Thunder Tome. So, using the Thunder Tome, we got two chances to get a crit, and 2 chances to dual strike. Our dual strikes, I'm going to go for the Forged Bow, and our dual strikes also have chances to crit. So we have a lot of chances right here to turn the RNG in our favor. This is what I call like multiple layers of RNG. If you set it up so you have multiple layers of RNG, it becomes much more likely for something to go your way, because there's more than one chance for things to work out. This guy having counter is pretty annoying. I kind of want to get rid of him like right now before giving him a chance to do anything else, but I actually can't because I put my units too far to the left. I'm actually going to back up more and buy myself an extra turn. Next turn I can get rid of this guy, and then I can set up my units again on the left hand side. I wanted to keep this guy on the left alive if possible, but I can't gain enough momentum on the right side. Put Noe like here. Okay. So we want dual strikes, we want crits. We didn't get any crits, we got 1 dual strike. That was pretty pathetic. I see he doesn't have Vantage, right? He doesn't have Vantage. I see a way that we can actually fight the boss again next turn if we can get rid of this guy right now, which I'm fairly sure we can. Chip him down. Nice. Okay, we know the tile to the right is for sure safe, so let's do that. Yeah, see, this tile, I had a feeling that tile wasn't actually safe. I'm glad I was careful there. All right, we should kill the boss this turn. That's the dodge we should have gotten last turn. All right, this guy, of course, he's gonna have counter. You just live with it. You just learn to live with it. This guy, the one guy you don't want to have counter is the one who's always gonna have counter. In fact, they both have it. Cool. Okay, so next turn we're just gonna kill all the enemies with our player phase actions. We're gonna shoot this guy. We actually, if we get dual strikes, it's okay. That's fine. Okay, so next we're gonna do this. Now we survive if the archer attacks us. I'm gonna use a Wind Tome. Yes. Okay, now we survive if the archer attacks us. Alright, so next we're gonna let Frederick get this kill right here. Potential pan experience, that's fine. So Pan, for the rest of the run, we're not really going to use her for anything other than a Frederick backpack. She's at level 7 now. Every time she dual strikes, she'll get a little bit of free experience. Eventually, when she gets to level 10, we'll switch her over to a Wyvern as well. That's the plan for Pan. Alright, next, we just need to get everybody else out of range. Okay. Now, he should go after Sumia. I can't imagine why he'd go after anyone else. Ooh, nice guard. The guard is not mandatory at all. And the dual strike kill. It actually would have been better if we didn't get dual strikes there, funny enough. Oh my god, we're getting god level ups finally. Lonqu, play with me. No. Oh, come on, please. It's boring playing by myself. Aren't you so bored? I like being alone. Go ask someone else. I was going to, but they all look super busy. Are you saying I don't? Because I am busy. Very busy indeed. Your tears have no effect on me. Besides, everyone knows that I have a crippling fear of women. And yet, why do I not feel that fear around her? I must learn why. What did you say? I can't hear because I'm crying. Nothing of importance. However, I have decided that I will play with you, but only for a short time. Yippee! You're the best! Yes, stop hopping around. Now, what game do you wish to play? Thinking hard. Oh, I know. Let's play House. I do not know that game. But it does not sound like something I'd enjoy. It'll be fun. It'll be fun. You get to play... It'll be fun. You get to play Dad. If you insist, but only for a short while. Stop. Stop. Don't make me read it. Great. Great. And I'll be Mommy. Is that it? Is that it for the rules, then? I was hoping dice were involved. And this is why you don't pair Noe with anyone. Just nobody. Just please don't. Don't do what I'm doing. I'm doing this purely for gameplay. Alright, let's look at the map. We need... She can't do it from there. Okay, so we need Sumia in one of these forward positions. We might as well put her in front of the bridge. I was using Gregor and Cordelia. I need Frederick in the bottom right. I'm trying to remember what my prep was. Most of the other characters can just be anywhere in the middle. It doesn't really matter. I think Lonqu being in the middle is the best because I want him to go either left or right depending on enemy skills. And then Maribel being here is good because it allows her to run across the bridge if needed. Oh yeah, yes, I just remembered. Cordelia goes down here and Frederick goes here. This is going to allow Cordelia to fly down and start chipping these enemies early on in the chapter. I don't know if she reaches him. I don't know if she reaches this guy, but I think she gets into his range so that she can fight him on enemy phase. Now, here is why Archer Chrom is so good. Enemies like this, especially this guy having counter, this is a really big deal. So on enemy phase, here, let me start the chapter first. So if Chrom dual strikes here, we one-shot this guy. Perfect. Now, on enemy phase, this guy's going to run up and attack us, and he has counter, right? So that seems really bad because we're going to deal counter damage to ourselves. But actually, because his res is so high and our magic is so low, Sumia's low attack power actually works to your advantage. What's going to happen is we're only going to deal 2 counter damage to ourselves, and then Chrom, if he dual strikes, is going to one-shot this enemy. Huge, huge deal. Being able to do that is massive. If these guys get speed +2, we can't double them. If they don't get speed +2, we can double them. So we just kind of get unlucky that 2 of them happen to have speed +2. Otherwise, we can double them, which is 2 chances to dual strike. Everything else is just going to be trying to hold these enemies at the bridge so that Sumia can fight all of them slowly over time. And then get rid of these enemies in the middle and the bottom as quickly as possible so that your villager, at least one villager, can escape. You only need 1 villager to escape. You don't need every villager to escape. All right, Cordelia is going to fly down here. We're going to fight this guy with Gregor. I should have switched him back to the steel sword, though. I forgot to do that. That was my bad. We're gonna take 32 damage total, and we'll survive with 6 HP. Assuming he even hits us. He might miss us. Okay. This guy actually won't attack you. He prioritizes attacking the villagers. This is another one of those weird, like the Paralog has weird AI type things. So what you can do is you can set up a situation where Lonqu fights just one or two of these guys, depending on what skills they have. This guy has counter, so we can't fight him. We can fight this guy, though. Yeah. I should have switched the steel sword, or yeah, the steel sword and the iron sword with Gregor. I'll do that if I have to reset this chapter. We might need to reset this one. You don't always win on the first attempt. It's pretty consistent, but it's not like 100% consistent. And then Maribel is going to transfer Robin down here to help out next turn. Gregor, you're okay? Lonqu, I would have liked to dodge. It's fine, though. Surviving on 1, you don't like to see that. Now we kill. We dodged his attack, so we survive on 16 instead of 6. Very little counter damage to ourselves, and then Chrom one-shots them. This is the power of Archer Chrom. Chrom just one-shots them. And he doesn't get stopped by Aegis or Pavis, because he's in the rear position. And we heal ourselves with a relief, which is good too. Alright. Next thing we need to do is, I like sending Lonqu over here to block these two characters. The forged bow doesn't make a difference, so we're going to save bow charges here. I didn't get her to dual strike on any of my test attempts either. The good thing is we're body blocking these guys, so we can actually just send Maribel right behind him and heal him. Back to full. Okay, now we need Gregor and Cordelia to start pulling their weight here. I'll still be on a woods tile, yeah. We'll survive this on 1. Ooh, we got a glass sword. Should I equip that? I'm gonna equip the glass sword. And the Ephraim's Pike. Because I want to kill these guys as fast as possible. This map is another green unit moment. Oh yeah, the green units in this map absolutely infuriate me. They try as hard as possible to get killed. And not only that, if they get to the bottom left side of the map, they actually don't leave. They just hide here in the corner. So they're still in danger, even if you get them to the bottom left. I'm going to use the hand axe. I should have used the javelin, though. I should have brought a javelin with me. If she gets 2 dual strikes, she still wouldn't kill this guy. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to set up a player phase counter and make sure that this guy can't reach me this turn. You have to fly down here fast and get rid of these guys. Because I can't kill this guy in 1 turn anyway, no, let's use the Thunder Tome because we can get crits. We can get crits. We are going to save our Forged Iron Bow for now. We're going to damage him as much as possible. We're going to go for crits. Crits, nice. Crit saves our HP. So we're preserving our HP for the following turns. I'm going to do this. Train my sword rank. They might go after Frederick anyway, who knows? They're on Paralog logic right now. They could literally do anything and I wouldn't be surprised. Gregor survives on 1, we calculated that. Nice, this is what we like to see. We got level 19 Robin too. Moderately useful. Yeah, the other one, okay, so it's literally same exact conditions. Same enemy, same stat block. Both of them could reach Robin. One of them chooses Robin, one of them chooses Frederick. I swear to you, enemy AI... Dodge, 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 dodge. Nice. Enemy AI in Paralogs is just completely random. It does not follow any rules. I will die on that hill. Like, why would one of them attack Robin and the other one attack Frederick? We got really lucky with that Lonqu dodge, I gotta admit. What was our chance? It was a 50-50. It was a 50-50. I'm gonna go Thunder Tome. I need crits. Yeah, I need crits and dual strikes. I don't love doing this. I really don't. But I think we have to give this kill to Robin. Ooh, nice Lonqu, get some free experience. I like that. Okay. Then we can give one of these kills to Noe. Can she get this one? Very reliably, yeah. I'm willing to go for this. Very good. We're getting her closer to that level 10 benchmark. And again, her growth rates are very good. So every level on Noe matters a lot. Like, 4 stat ups is considered like a bad level up for Noe. That's how good her growths are. From here, we can axe rank. He's going to advantage us for 5 damage. That's nothing. Okay, who needs the healing the most? Frederick has a concoction. Robin has no healing items. I actually think Robin... No, Frederick needs the healing more. Because I'm going to actually avoid having Robin fight if possible. Equip the Steel Lance. This means we are guaranteed to take a hit, though, which is slightly worse for our HP totals. So the other, if we attacked first, we would be gambling on a potential game over on the chance to preserve our HP. With this strategy, we guaranteed give up HP, but in exchange, we guarantee that we don't get a game over. And I think that's worth it. All right, now we have to start flying up here super fast. We have to get Sumia to start intercepting these guys while my other units kind of start to chip them down and get them ready. Both of these guys have counter, of course they do. That's going to be these two guys both having counter is going to be a huge problem. I have a vulnerary too I can use. Now Maribel can heal me. This puts me in a position to counter that archer on enemy phase. Okay, what I'm just going to do is just move Frederick here and just get him ready for next turn. Oh, hold on, I can trade. Yes. Okay, this actually works. Give the concoction. Go here. Now, Cordelia, if she uses the concoction, maybe can fight this guy. The problem is, no, we're going to do too much to ourselves with counter damage. So that didn't work anyway. Okay, let's split up. Sometimes doing this will cause the enemies to split up too, which can be helpful. Just manipulate their AI. Alright, let's see how this goes. Okay, we got the Lonqu bait. That worked. We didn't get the Noe. Noe just never dual strikes when I need her to. Just a little troll. Alright. I see the lines. We want Frederick to end his turn right here, which is good because he's already here. So let's do this first. I'd love some dual strikes here. I would absolutely love some dual strikes. Didn't get them, of course. You're not going to get a dual strike when you want one. I have to do this. Fire here. Can I trade him to the Iron Axe? I can. Okay, fire here. Take 7, we're guaranteed to survive. I'm not really that interested in doing an Iron Man of this game specifically. I think it's better as like a chapter by chapter thing, as like a randomizer. Like every chapter is a really high level, difficult, like randomized thing. Okay. I probably should have had Sumia go first, but we're okay. Yeah, see, because that could have happened. That would have just saved Robin's action. We're doing fine. We're doing okay. Can Lonqu fight this guy? He barely does any damage to me. So let me do this. Equip her Wind Tome. We're going to separate. Maribel, I guess, can heal Robin while we're here. Yeah, we actually should heal Robin. And switch him over to the sword as well. He's very likely to get attacked right now. Nice. Than people think it is. It's just nobody's really tried. They're like afraid to try. Alright, please attack Sumia. Yes. We love to see that. We love to see that. We need experience on Sumia. Look at how much experience she's getting. She's already level 3. Alright, now the archer is a big problem. It's not like the archer in the last chapter. His attack power is a little bit higher. I think we can't survive against him, so we need to kind of like find ways to dash in, get kills, and then dash back out. We also have to kind of slow down the movement of these enemies. We're going to take a couple turns fighting these enemies while moving back. Our goal is to kill them all before they reach this guy. This is actually a good start. This kind of does what I wanted Sumia to do, but frees up our other actions a lot more safely. Yes. The problem is now we have to get rid of this guy or this guy to guarantee Lonqu's survival. So what about something like fire here. This guy. We really need a dual strike here. Oh my god, thank you, Pan. Thank you so much. That was absolutely mandatory. This guy can reach me, right? Yeah. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, so we have to unequip Frederick now too, so that he doesn't get killed by counter damage. Just need one dual strike here. Oh my god. Now this guy can probably kill Chrom, right? I don't think Gregor can fight him either. I don't think either Cordelia or Gregor can fight him. I'm gonna be annoyed if the steel sword would have killed him here. No, okay. Oh, glass sword. Glass sword. Glass sword for the win. Let's go, Gregor. Oh my god. Okay, now we have to stop this guy for Robin from killing himself while fighting this guy. So we're gonna go here. We're gonna do a trade manip. I'm gonna keep just the mend staff in my inventory. Then I'm gonna mend you. Lance versus Axe. If I unequip, do I take 1 less damage? I don't think it works that way. Oh, we dodged anyway. We gotta get Robin out of there. Let's start with this. Let's give Robin back their equipment first, in case they have to fight. Then we're gonna separate. I wonder if we just run away from these guys for 1 turn. The problem is I want to get up here. I want to get this shiny spot. I want to get this village. So yeah, let's get ready for the upcoming turns. Let's just retreat and get ready for the upcoming turns. Okay. They are prioritizing going after the green units instead of going after us. That's good, but they will attack us if we're in range. They're not like the enemies in the last chapter. They will attack us if we're in range, so keep that in mind. Okay, can we fight the guy with the short spear? Yes, he cannot do anything to us. So what we want to do is chip this guy down. Then we're going to let Sumia get the kill. Winch Tome. Now on enemy phase, the other one is going to attack Sumia at 2 range. Or Robin at 2 range. Either one of those things happening is fine. Okay, let's just do this. We'll keep moving into the bottom left corner. This is fine. Nice, dual strikes help. Okay. Now I gotta chip this guy down to the point where Sumia can finish him off. Probably have Maribel run in and heal as well. This is gonna help with action economy. Here, 12 total. We're gonna deal 6 and 6. Yeah. Am I crazy or did I actually just take a risk there? Did that guy just one-shot Noe? 25? No, he doesn't have Luna. He doesn't. If they don't have Luna, she's usually safe because the Dragonstone gives a lot of defense. Okay, I kind of freaked myself out there. For a second, I thought I overlooked him one-shotting me. Okay, now this is a problem. Do we have the damage to one-shot him with anything? No. Can we chip him down any more? Safely? God. This kind of works. We'll deal 4 damage total. So unequip Sumia temporarily. We're gonna do this. We're gonna build our sword rank. We're gonna deal 2 damage and then 2 damage. We're getting a lot of lucky dodges too. Can't complain about that. Okay, I have to be careful because oh no, okay, hold on. We can visit the village now. I'm actually 1 turn faster than I was in my practice runs. Blessed Bow's really good. You can just keep it in your inventory and get a free 10 points of healing every turn. It's good for enemy phase archers, which Chrom can do. Lonqu will be able to do it. Don't misclick. I'm going to unequip Chrom so I don't get dual strikes. That way I can fight the boss for 2 turns. If I get crits on the boss, I should still be okay. Yeah, I'm actually 1 turn ahead of where I was in my practice runs, which is really cool. Yeah, the crits don't matter. We could also use the Thunder Tome, but it's less accurate. I think actually the better accuracy is actually more reliable here. Okay, we got the dual strike anyway. It doesn't even matter. Yeah, some okay boss experience. This boss is weird. This is like one of the few bosses who doesn't give boss experience. He just gives like normal experience. Because normally bosses give an extra 20 experience, like no matter what. In any case, I'm finally done. I'm super hungry. I'm going to go get something to eat. The rest of you, for now, enjoy the rest of your day.